Good morning, class. Myself, Mrs. Monica Vaid. Welcome to Science class, Standard 7, Chapter number 2, Plant Structure and Function. Yesterday, we have completed our chapter number 2. Today, we are going to start with the exercise of it. Very first question, we have give example of 3 plants that have means they have given a certain characteristics. And we have to find a plants which have these characteristics among them. Okay, now first they have given as a spiny fruit. Spiny is those who contain the thorn on their fruit. Jackfruit, dhatura, castor. Not necessary that you have to mention these examples only, but while writing in a notebook you just write with these examples, and in exam you can write the another example as well. Or while writing in a notebook, mention this example first, and you can also mention the extra examples which are known by you. I will also upload the notes in the form of PDF on Drushti app, and it is not downloaded. Download option is not available on Drushti, so I will upload it on the WhatsApp as well. So those who are having the problems to keep the mobile in front of them and note it down, they can take a printout of it and complete the notebook. Notebook should be complete on time to time. This all things I want in a science notebook only under the heading of chapter number 2, plant structure and function. Also, while teaching this lesson, I told you to write some points like the functions of root, functions of stem, function of leaf. That should be also in your notebook. Okay, here we are. Spiny fruit examples are jackfruit, dhatura, castor. Next we have a spiny stem, a spine on the stem. Cuscuta, silk floss tree, silk cotton tree. Red flower. Red flower, any flower name you can write whose flowers are red. Rose I have written in a bracket here. Hibiscus and erythrina. Indian coral tree. Erythrina is Indian coral tree. Yellow flowers, plants which are bearing the yellow flowers. Example we have golden trumpet tree and golden shower tree. Golden trumpet tree and golden shower tree. Next we have leaves that close at night. Amla, gulmohar and rain tree. These are the examples of plant which leaves are close at night. Single seeded fruit. Plants which having the single seed among their fruits. Mango, berries and cashew. Last we have many seeded fruit. The many seeded you can write guava, jackfruit, watermelon are the examples of it. Next question we have, observe any one flower and its various part and describe it in your own word. So the flower we have taken is the hibiscus flower for this question. The students can also write the answer from the textbook page number 14 as it is. As it is means you have to write it point wise. From the beginning of this page, all it is given as explanation only of the parts of this flower, hibiscus flower, which we have discussed in detail with the by referring to videos as well. This also you can refer. And also you have to draw the diagram of hibiscus in your notebook below this question. Okay, I will read it once. Already we have taken so many time discussion on the hibiscus flowers. So the main part. You have to draw the diagram, a label diagram. This diagram is important from the exam point of view as well. The different parts of flowers are androecium. A male reproductive organ of the flower is androecium. The androecium consists of whole stamen. Whole stamens, the word whole means the essential parts among the flowers which are required for the reproduction. The stamen consists of the filament. A filament is nothing but the long and slender stalk. No need to write the the things which are written in a bracket, not necessary to write in notebook. And anther, a typical anther is bilobed, which contains the pollen grain. You have seen this one. Anthers contains the polygrain, which help for the pollination. Next part we have as gynoecium, a female reproductive organ of the flower. Gynoecium represents the female reproductive part made up of carpels, and carpels contains style, stigma and ovary. So we have written carpel is made up of style, stigma and ovary. Style, it contains the stigma to the ovary, and the stigma, it acts as the receptacle for the polygrain, because on the stigma only the polygrains of the anther will be follow. Ovary is enlarged basal part on which style lies. Ovary is the downside portion on which style lies, as we have mentioned the diagram. Each ovary bear one more ovules attached to the cushion-like placenta. After the fertilization, ovules develops into the seed and ovary into the fruit. That is important. The last point is important. Ovules develop into the cells and the ovary into the fruit. It's the reproduction of the flowers. Next part we have as a calyx. Explaining calyx, I have shown you the bird image, which is bird covered with the green leafy structure. That is nothing but the calyx. Sepals also is the name of the calyx, another name to refer. Calyx refers to the sepals. They are green in color. They protect the plant in bud stage and also attract the insects for pollination. Next part of the flower we have corolla. Corolla belongs to the unessential part. Corolla refers to the brightly colored fold of the flower. Petals of a flower we can consider. Individual unit of corolla is the petals. Petals protect the inner essential organs. The inner essential organs, who will be that? That is stamen and carpels are protected with the corolla, with the help of corolla. And the again function of corolla is to attract the pollinator since they are brightly colored. For the attracting the insects, they are also helpful. Also, you have to mention about the receptacle in this. Receptacle, that is, it is the pedicel which is at one point is attached to the stem, another point is swollen, and that is nothing but the receptacle on which other points are placed, other parts of the flowers are placed. For this point, you can refer the page number 14, first paragraph of that page. Next question we have as, what are the similarities and differences between jawar and moong? What are the similarities and differences between the jawar and moong? First point, for the jawar, it is monocot plant, and in the case of moong, it is dicot plant. Now, why monocot plant? Because when we soak the jawar seeds into the water, and if you gently press it, it cannot be get divided into two equal parts. Whereas in a moong case, if we gently press that, it will be broken into two equal parts. That we are calling as a dicot. So the first point is, it is the type of monocot plants, and this will write as it is the type of dicot plants. Second point from the jawar, it has fibrous root. As it's monocot plant, all the monocot plants has the fibrous roots only. in a mook. Second point, it has taproot system. As it's dicotyledonous, it has a taproot system. Third point, leaves of a java plant have parallel venation. If we see the jawar plant, it contains the parallel venation. That is the lines or the venation of it from the leaf base till the leaf apex. It follows in the parallel line. In a case of mook, the leaves of mook plant show the reticulate venation lines, net-like structure we have found in the mook leaf. So what could be the similarity among this? Both jawar and moong are annual plants. With the whole annual year we can take this. Even we can also write like that. Both are the foodstuffs. They both are the foodstuff, as a foodstuff they are consumed. Next question, from the question number 3rd B, we have onion and coriander. Now onion is a monocot plant. It is a type of monocot plant, whereas coriander is a type of dicot plants. Second point, it is a type of vegetable, and in a coriander it is a type of herb. Means onion we are considering as a vegetable, whereas coriander considered as a herb. The edible part is a bulb. Bulb means a fleshy part of it is in the bulb. Disc-like shape is at downside, and where it's means green leafy leaves we are not eating of the onion. Means they are also edible, but mostly we are preferring a vegetable as a onion's bulb. In a case of coriander, the edible part is a leaf and stem. Or also you can modify this answer as, in onion the edible part is bulb and the leaf as well, because onion leaves are also sometimes edible. Similarities of these two, onion and coriander, both are annual plant and again foodstuff. Also they both are used in the salad. Next question we have leaves of banana and mango. Now the banana leaves we have seen, they are used to serve the food as well. They are large in size. Okay. Now in this manner we will refer the difference among them. The leaves of banana are very long and have bifurcations on their edges. Bifurcations means they are divided among the two parts at its edges. Whereas in the leaf of mango, the leaves of mango are short in size. Banana is very large in size as compared to the mango, and bifurcations on their edges, that is divided into the two parts. Two parts are at their edges. Banana has the parallel venation, whereas moong have reticulate venations. Now the similarities among this. Both leaves have regional importance and skills. They both have the regional importance. In any regional functions we have seen these two plants. Also you can write as both banana and coconut are perennial plants. Perennial means long lasting, long life they are having. Not like a coriander or onion. They have a long life duration. Last difference we have as coconut tree and java stalk plant. First point in the coconut, it can grow up to the 15 to 23 meters. That is, they are tall in nature. Whereas java stalk, it can grow up to only 2 to 3 meters. Second point, leaves of coconut tree are arranged in a spiral manner. Spiral manner we have seen in the arrangements of leaves in a stem. So the arrangement of leaves of the coconut are in spiral manner for grabbing the more sunlight. Leaves of java stalk plants are arranged in opposite manner. Also you can write in one more difference in the coconut as coconut plant is perennial, means its life is long as compared to the java stalk. Jawar plant dies soon after the crop is grown. Once the crop is grown, it will be removed. So the similarities among this, both have the fibrous roots. That means they are monocotyledonous plants. Students should note down these question answers, that is exercise, in their notebook. Tomorrow we will discuss the remaining questions 4, 5, 6, 7. At least you have to write today, as it's your homework for today. You have to complete question number 1, 2 and 3 in your notebook.